The wolf, she cries at night. Breath had born in the black wind where the shadows lie. Deep inside despair, our hearts grow fierce, our minds aware. We carry on, oh. I've seen things that you wouldn't believe. I was lost until I found that I'm invincible. Nobody gon' bring me down. Here we go.
Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Apex Racing League. We are here for week number 8 at Eldora, the Big E here tonight. A big field of cars on board with us here tonight. Can't wait to get in action and get it underway. Like I said, a lot of drivers here on board. About 20 plus people on board with us here tonight. And I want to go through that real quick with you all. Just please bear with me trying to get back into my bearings as it is a Tuesday and I am very tired, mostly from work. But here we go. Let's take a look to see who's all here. Jackson Johnstone here. As a result from last race they had here, he actually ended up winning here tonight. You got to think tonight there are $60 on the line, 100 laps. So a lot of money going up to grabs to whoever wins here tonight. Tony in the 47 machine, he's out here tonight. Rainy Post also making his way here tonight in a 54. I believe the only car in that lobby. Strange. James Daw right now sitting quick time overall in practice. He's in the pits. Chris Thibodeau as well in the 44. Jeff Marin on the track right now in the 033. Wait for his paint job to show up. This is a 33. Andy. Another car inside another car. Got Jacob also out here in the 8 machine trying to get himself a win here tonight. Jason Stevenson also out here in the 10. Nick, he's back out here in the L2. Donathan sitting P2. He had a strong run last week, but ended up coming up short just by a little bit, close to actually getting himself his first win, as these guys are going at it pretty good right now in practice. Isaiah in a 70, Greg Parmley right there in P4 as well right there. Donnie Thibodeau putting himself in the mix as well. Tyler Alder also out here in the 37. He's in the mix of this group. A great group of guys practicing right here. Kenneth Logue also out here in the 13. Let's see, who else am I missing? We got Chris Edwards. Got Tate also debating his new World 100 wrap here tonight. Tate in a 33 debating his new wrap, so nice wrap for him. Chris Edwards, I believe. Yep. So we got about 3 minutes, 30 seconds left of practice here until we go straight into qualifying. So how does this work, guys? Qualifying will go straight in, 5 laps. So only 1 lap. So they're only doing 1 lap for qualifying. So, you know, we'll see what you can do on 1 lap. Then, you know, top 4 to the feature, and then the rest will have to go through a consolation, which will all be determined on how it goes. But like I said, your last time they race here, which I was not here to stream, Jackson ended up taking a win here. But I don't believe it was 400 laps, so we'll see if he can save some tire here tonight and knock himself another win here in Apex Racing League. So we got about 2 minutes, about 2:30 left on the clock here in practice right now. Still a lot of people on the track, and I believe everyone is starting to pull in now, so you might see the clock disappear and we might advance. So we'll keep our eyes on it. I believe they're doing drivers meeting maybe right now. Not too sure what's going on. But we'll keep our eyes on that real quick. But like I said, week 8 here at Eldora, Apex, a great track here tonight. Weather is beautiful, 78 degrees in Rosberg, Ohio. Only 12 o'clock. Track temperature is 87%, humidity 45. Only 2 miles per hour wind, so not too bad. Perfect day in Ohio. Partly cloudy and sunny. So currently everyone is in right now, so about a minute here until we go ahead and get ready for qualifying. Stephen Metcalf also out here tonight. He has not taken any practice, but he is in the field. But as you saw the timer go down, it is time to do your qualifying. Only one lap for these guys, so they got to make it count. 5 minutes for qualifying here tonight. So we'll hop on board with a driver and figure out where they want to go in qualifying. Only one lap here tonight. We'll go hop on board here with Tony, your first car to hop onto the track in the 49 machine. Remember, only one lap for qualifying. Tony's going to come into 3 and 4. He's going to ride the top of the cushion right now, and he's going to get a little bit tight. Green flag waving this time by for Tony. Tony into the top, a little bit sideways in 1 and 2. Definitely not going to help him out for the first lap. Into 3 and 4, running the middle to the top of the racetrack, coming out of turn number 4 right now. Tony, first lap and only lap will be a 16.6. Definitely not going to be sitting quick time, but Donathan right now sitting quick time right now with the 15.720. Kenneth right there in second. As I say that, Nicholas also jumps up into 48. It's a new driver here tonight. Nicholas jumps up. Greg Parmalee jumps up to second. David as well up to first now with a 15.530. Nice looking wrap there for David. I love that wrap. Nicholas sitting P2 right now. Brandon jumps up to P1 at 15.406 right now. Chris Edwards on the track. As I say, Chris Edwards, he's coming down the backstretch. Into 3 and 4. See what Chris Edwards can do for a first lap. Thibodeau jumps up to the top 5, 15.686. And Chris Edwards with the first lap of only a 15.802. So that's going to be 10th quick for him. Metcalf on the track right now, too. We'll hop on. No, he's not. So Jason on the track, though. He's going to take his green. And the 71. Jackson Johnstone, he's up in the top 5 at 15.665. Jason out of turn number 4. We'll see what lap time he can put in here. 15.528. 15.528 to put him third quick so far. Metcalf right now still sitting in the pits. Only 3 minutes remaining left of qualifying. Right now, waiting on, I believe, 2 more drivers, and I believe there goes Metcalf now. He's going to head on to the track. I want to say Isaiah is also out there in the 17. I don't know if it's Isaiah or something else, so if I do, I apologize in advance if I am saying your name wrong. But we'll keep our eyes on Steven right now. Steven Metcalf looking pretty good for the past couple weeks in the Pro Late Models. Right now he's going to hug it down the bottom of 3 and 4. Only lap in at 15.896. 15.896 for Metcalf. It's only 15th. And Isaiah 15.843. 15.841. 14th quick so far for him. And I believe that's going to wrap up our qualifying here. So let's take a look at the results of your qualifying. Brandon goes P1 right now at the 15.406. Jacob second, Jason third, David fourth, and Nicholas in that fifth position. So like I said, a lot of drivers on board here tonight, and it's definitely going to be a very interesting race to watch. So Tyler, James, and Andy, no qualifying. They might have hit the wall on their first lap, so that's probably why you're not going to see their name. But heat race action is about to get underway here. As I say that, we are ready to rock and roll. Heat race number 1 is about to get underway. Let's get your grid so far. Heat race number 1 looks like this out of your 3 heats. Starting inside of row number 1 will be Tate. On the outside of him would be Kenneth Logue. Inside of row number 2 will be Chris Thibodeau and David on the outside of him. And 3 will be Brandon and Stephen Metcalf on outside. Inside of row number 4 will be Tony and Andy on the outside of him. That'll be your 8 cars for heat race number 1. A great field for heat race number 1. Ten laps of distance here. Waiting on Metcalf to join. Only person waiting. There he is. Okay. Stephen Metcalf finally joins the field. The field is about to start rolling here as you wait for that pace truck to take off. There it goes. Now they're going to start rolling right behind them. So Tate putting his new rep on debut here tonight in the 33. He's going to start pole here tonight in heat race number 1. Kenneth, also a dominant performer. He's been pretty good here in Apex. I believe he is in points chase right now with Jackson, as I try to pull that up for you guys real quick. Give me a second. Let me see if I can find the points real quick. I don't know if they updated it or not. So right now, it's showing Kenneth third with a 431, Jackson up front with a 520, David second with 458. I'm not too sure if it's been updated right now, but still got plenty more races to go here this season before I'll declare a champion. But here we go. Pace truck down the backstretch. We're getting ready to go green this time by out of turn number 4. Tate, Kenneth, Chris Thibodeau, David, your top 4. Top 4 advance into the A main. The rest go through Conti. Let's see who wants to make the A main here tonight. Coming out of turn number 4, we are racing here at Eldora.
Green.
Green flag waving for heat race number 1 right now. Tate has P1, Kenneth right there in P2. Chris Thibodeau 3 wide with David and Steven. David gets a little bit tight, comes out into the wall. Metcalf right there, a little bit of contact with Chris. Chris wants to float up. He wants that top and middle. Thibodeau 3 wide with Kenneth and Steven. Metcalf through the field now from 8th all the way up. Sorry, not 8th, probably 6th. 6th all the way up to falls back big time. He's going to fall back to 6th right now. Chris Thibodeau has the lead as he passes Tate. Kenneth right there as well. 3-car battle for the lead coming to 7 laps to go. Chris Thibodeau holding the lead so far. Kenneth trying to gain some momentum here to try to run down Chris Thibodeau in the 44. Here comes Brandon in the 24 machine as well. He's back there 3 wide for P3. Tate still holding him off. David takes it right back. David in P3 now. Give Tate P3 at the line. David's right there, not going to give up.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And yellow is out here tonight. First caution in heat race number 1. And it's going to be on Andy here. Let's take a look. First caution here tonight for Andy. Just caught the wall, and I believe he broke his front end. Yeah, and the nose comes right off. No contact with anybody, so just a self caution be involved on for Andy. So Andy's going to have to go in and get himself a fast repair. As you can see, he's going in right now. Chris Thibodeau holding off Kenneth Logue right now. Tate in 3. David in P4. Brandon was moving up the field. He's sitting P5 right now. But all eyes on front now as you come to 5 laps to go. 4 laps to go. Not too sure if we're going green here yet. Can't tell from my perspective. I believe we are getting ready to go green again for heat race number 1. But coming into turn 3 and 4, Thibodeau was looking for the lead. Or good start. Not going to get it. So now we're going to go. He's going to pick up the pace now. Chris Thibodeau, Kenneth, Tate and David, top 4. Chris Thibodeau takes us into turn 3 this time by. Getting ready to go green with only 2 laps to go, and we are racing once again for heat race number 1.
Green flag, green flag.
Chris Thibodeau off to a great start for heat race number 1. 2 laps to go. Tate back up in the second. He's battling with Kenneth now. Kenneth takes it right back down the backstretch. Here comes Brandon. Brandon to the inside slider for P3. He's going to definitely get it. Stephen Metcalf in the mix. White flag waving for Chris Thibodeau. Chris Thibodeau in the books. He's looking clear right now as the battle is heating up for second. Kenneth trying to defend Tate and Brandon. Brandon right there. Here comes Metcalf. Metcalf down low. P3 on the line. Metcalf up in the high into Brandon. Contact. And not too sure what happened there at the end, but let's take a look at your results. Chris Thibodeau comes in P1. Kenneth second. Tate third. And Metcalf steals that 4th position. The rest will probably have to go through tonight's consolation race. Heat race number 2 lineup look like this. Starting inside of row number 1 will be Isaiah. On outside of him will be Donnie Thibodeau. Inside of row number 2 will be Greg Parmalee and Nicholas on outside of him. Inside of row number 3 will be Jacob Horneck and Jeff Martin outside. And tagging it inside of 5th row will be James Daw. So that heat race number 2 lineup. A lot of people cheering for the Thibodeaus here tonight, so that's good. It's good to see some Thibodeau fans in the chat. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Let me know how the camera angle is for the backstretch if you guys want me to change it up a little bit. I can try during warm-up. I believe they have warm-ups. They have a warm-up, so I can probably change it up in a warm-up if you guys want me to. Just let me know how it is. Right now, Isaiah up front, Donnie second, Greg third, Nicholas in that 4th position. One guy to watch out in this heat race is definitely Nicholas starting in that 4th position. Pretty fast in qualifying, and guy not to definitely sleep on. Same thing for James Daw. Kind of got screwed in qualifying, but you know what? He's definitely going to go from the back up to the front, so keep your eyes on that as well. Isaiah right now, right over the back end of that pace truck, not leaving him any room. We're entering 3 and 4 this time by, getting ready to go green flag racing for heat race number 2, and we are racing for heat race number 2.
Green, green, green.
Green flag out right now. Isaiah holding off P2. P1. Donnie sinks second right now. Looking pretty good. Greg Parmalee, Nicholas going at it for P3. Nicholas on the top. He's going to get a little bit tight. Down low, side by side now. Nicholas fights for that final transfer spot. Contact with Jacob. Jacob's right there to the inside. Here comes James Daw as well. James from the tail end of the field up to 6th now. He's looking to take that 5th position away from Nicholas. James is going to go right back to the top. Nicholas a little bit contact there, and he's going to spin,
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
and that's going to bring out our caution tonight. Heat race number 2 brings out our first caution. Let's take a look here. Nicholas, he's going to dive it down here in the 1 and 2. I believe he just kind of sent it there a little bit. Probably not what he wanted, and caught a little bit of Jacob there. Luckily, he didn't take him out and just spun himself there, and no one hits him on the way out. So, good for that. Just, you know, go back in and get your fast repair or whatever you got to do. But right now, Isaiah sitting P1. Donnie still second. Greg Parmley third, and Jacob in that 4th position now. James worked himself way up to 5th, so gaining 2 spots for James. He's going to be starting on the inside of row number 3. 5:10 complete. 6 to go for heat race number 2. We got 100 laps here tonight, so make sure you guys are ready for that. By Isaiah and Donnie 1 and 2. We'll see if anything happens here in a 3 and 4. Green flag waving. Donnie sleeping on the start a little bit. He's going to fall back. Greg Parmley to the inside of him. Jacob over the back end of Donnie. Isaiah up front leading the field. Donnie still sitting second. Greg Parmley looking for P2. Now he's sticking it down low. Look at his nose. Donnie sees him. He's staying up high. Jacob's going to get a run on the outside now. Donnie feels the pressure from both drivers. Here comes James Daw as well. James Daw in the mix. James is going to send it 3 wide and 3 and 4. James is going to back off just a little bit. Contact between Jacob and Greg. Nicholas, I believe, in the wall. Jacob in the wall. He looks like he's broken.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And yellow is out once again for heat race number 2 as we're 2 laps to go. So you might just see a green-white checkered here tonight for heat race number 2. Let's take a look at Jacob. Definitely contact there from Greg. A little bit of contact. Got in the wall, broke, and Nicholas to finish him off in the rear end. And some nose damage as well from him. So right now, Jacob's in the pits getting some fast repairs. Nicholas is still on the track, 2 laps to go. Let's see if Donnie can get a better start here. I'm not too sure what's going to play out here. We got 30 seconds left on the clock. 15, 14, 13. Time will probably expire on us for heat race number 2 as we got 10 seconds and only 1 lap to go. So pretty much it'll go green and checkered here, or just be done in the backstretch. I believe it's actually over now. White flag waving. And that's going to be it. Checkered flag. So Isaiah, no, I'm not too sure what's going on right now, but it looks like Isaiah P1, Donnie second, James the third, and Greg in that 4th position for heat race number 2. So that was your last heat, the last end of that heat race. Heat race number 3 looks like this. Starting inside of row number 1 will be Nick Letzman and Chris Edwards on outside of him, and inside of row number 2 will be Donathan and Jackson Johnstone outside of him. And inside of row number 3 be Jason Stevenson and Randy Post on outside. Inside of row 4 will be Tyler Aldrich. Tyler tagging the end of the field here tonight as well. So another good heat race here on board with us. So Nick is a guy who's not slack on a lot as well in this one. Chris Edwards as well. Jackson, he's definitely going to be one guy to watch out. Tyler and Randy. I mean, everyone in this one actually is pretty fast to and stay consistent with each other. So this one should be a pretty good one, as well as they're going to let the pace truck get some room here. But Nick has control entering turns 3 and 4. Right now we're in our final heat race, then we'll go into the consies if we have one. But here we go into 3 and 4. Nick looking for green, and we are racing for heat race number 3.
Green, green, green.
Green flag waving for heat race number 3. Nick off to a great start. Donathan holding off P2. Here comes Jason. Jason right there. 3-4 wide coming into 3 and 4. Jackson on the very bottom. Chris from 2nd all the way to 7th right now. He's running the wall. Somehow maintains position. He's still on the wall. He's going to keep his spot. Tyler Elder jumps in front of him. Slide job. Jackson Johnstone battling for P2 now. Him and Jason going at it for P2. Jason on top, Jackson down low. Jackson comes up just a little bit, almost contact. Jackson throwing a slider here in 3-4. Not going to get him. Still side by side. Give it to Jason. Jason has P2 so far. Jackson on the move though. But don't count out Tyler as well. Tyler in the 37. He's worked his way up to Donathan as he's looking for P3 now in the 3 and 4 slider for 4th. He's going to take it. Donathan falls back to P5. Tyler jumps up to 4th. Nick, a little bit of contact with the wall. Now you're top 3 all right there. Jason has the lead. Nick falls back to P2. Now P3. Jackson gives him a little bit of a nose damage. Now Jackson's right there in the mix. Jackson looking for the lead in the 1 and 2. He's running the middle side as of everyone is running the top with coming to 4 laps to go this time by. Jackson still down low, sliding up the track. Tyler trying to get around Nick here as he's going to stay side by side with him for a little bit going into 1 and 2. Up back up front here. Jackson falling back a little bit now from Jason. Jason up front, clean air, looking pretty good. Tyler still looking to get around Nick here for that P3. It'll be a good position as he can come in P3 here tonight. 3 laps to go, coming 2. Tyler in 3 and 4, side by side with Nick, coming out of turn number 4. Who's going to come across at the line? Give it to Nick so far. Nick has it at the line, but Tyler's right there. Nick gets a little bit crossed over. He's in the backstretch wall. Contact. Tyler takes it now. Flag waving for heat race number 3. Tyler takes P3. Jonathan takes P4, but all eyes up front as Jonathan enters down the backstretch this time by. In the 3 and 4, the 71 machine of Jason Stevenson will win heat race number 3 here tonight. Good race there in heat race number 3. No incidents. Jason coming in P1, Jackson 2nd, Tyler 3rd, and Jonathan in that P4 position. So let's take a look to see what we got. Looks like to be our warm-up session, so this will be my time just to get some air, breathe, and get something to drink as you guys enjoy a little bit of our warm-ups here tonight on board with a couple of drivers. So I'll be right back. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, well, we got about 30 seconds left of practice here tonight. By my eyes and looking at the track, they have reset the track state, I believe, to 0%. So now it is going to be set for a good track state for 100 laps, but it's going to be a very fast track for the first 50. So definitely going to be some hard racing towards that front, and also some tire wear going down for sure. And what an angle there for Randy. So a good post there. But here we go, guys. Let's get ready for tonight's A main as our warm-up session has concluded. Here is how tonight's A main starting lineup's gonna look like. Starting on the outside of row number 11 will be Tony, and inside of him will be Chris Edwards. Outside of row number 10 will be Jacob Hornick and Annie Pattern on inside of him. Outside of row number 9 will be Randy Post and Jeff Martin on the inside. Outside of row number 8 will be Brandon and Nick on the inside of him. Outside of row number 7 will be Nicholas and David on the inside. Going to your top, to your next row. Starting outside of row number 6 will be Donathan, and inside of him will be Greg Parmley. Outside of row number 5 will be Chris Twitto and Isaiah on the inside of him. Outside of row number 4 will be Jason Stevenson and Kenneth Logue on the inside of him. Outside of row number 3, Twitto and Jackson Johnstone in the inside. Outside of row number 2 will be Tate and James Dodd on the inside of him. And outside of row number 1 looks like this, Tyler Elder in the 37 and Stephen Metcalf starting to pull here tonight. So there is your field here tonight. 22 drivers on the grid for 100 laps here tonight, ladies and gentlemen. So make sure you guys are sitting back and relaxing because it is time to race for 100 laps. $100 laps, 22 cars on the field. Hopefully we get all 22 that finish here tonight. It all depends on how much tire they use up. Lap 50, there will be an automatic caution, and also don't forget $60 to the winner here tonight, guys. So a lot on the line here tonight for these guys. Points, money, and also some... I lost what I was going to say. That's how you know I am not a very good streamer. But here we go, guys. And turn 3 and 4, Stephen Metcalf looking for the lead as we get ready for the 100 lapper here tonight at Eldora. We are racing here tonight.
Green, green, green.
Green
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
flag is out and yellow already, and it looks like to be Brandon. Not too sure what happened. Just went left and just right in the wall. So not too sure what was going on that first lap already, but oh well. What a great start right now. Lights are still on, so we're not 1 to green yet. Brandon's still in the pit, so something I just don't know what to really call that, to be honest, so I guess we have to wait and find out. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get ready to go once again. And the 3 and 4, Stephen Metcalf going to take us green flag once again here for 100 laps. And we are racing already for 100 laps once again.
Metcalf off to a great start right now in the 3 and 4. He's going to lead lap number 1. Tyler Eldora holding off P2. Here comes Tate in the 33. James Dawes, well, he's not pushing himself. He's going to try to be patient. Let the guys who are pushing pass. Couple people in the wall already I can hear in my ear. Right now, Jackson Johnstone feels the pressure from Kenneth Logue. Logue right there, right beside him. Like I said, I got a lot of laps here tonight, and it's all about being patient. Try to figure out what Chris Thibodeau is. Chris Thibodeau is sitting currently in 11th, 10th, and I believe we have our first caution here. No caution yet, but Chris Edwards and
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Andy in the 87 involved on that one. So first caution out here tonight for them. Take a look here. Go on board. Andy just looked like caught the wall. Chris Edwards maybe nowhere to go on top. Yeah, Chris Edwards, the 63, just caught the back end of the 87. Nowhere to go for him and just got off the track. Chris Edwards got off. Andy stayed right there. And contact as well from Donathan. Donathan also contact from him. So he's going to go into pits, get his fast repair now. Hate to see that for Donathan. He was up there pretty well. Metcalf still in the lead. 96 laps. 95 to go when we go green. Caution laps are now counting, so that's a plus. But hopefully less cautions here tonight. That's all I pray for. But here we go, back into 3 and 4. Metcalf, Tyler, Tate, James Dyer, top 4. Jackson 5th, Kenneth 6th, Isaiah 7th, Donnie 8th,
Green
David
flag,
9th,
green flag.
and Jason in the 10th. I believe Jason might have jumped that start a little bit as he jumps all the way up to 7th. Not too sure what happened there. But right now, Tyler and Steven going at it for P1. Steven still holding off P1. Here comes Tate in the 33. Kenneth on the top side right now in the 3 and 4. He's going to stay at the top in 1 and 2. Kenneth looking for P3. He's going to take it down the backstretch this time by. Kenneth takes the lead, or takes P3. Tyler over the back end of Stephen Metcalf. Metcalf trying to hold off Tyler. Here comes the 37 machine running in the middle of the track. A little bit tight. Pushes up. Metcalf sees them. He's side by side with them in the 3 and 4.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
And our yellows continue here tonight. It seems to be on Nick and Jake, I believe, towards the end of the field. So, not a good sign for these drivers. It's starting to get a little bit crazy as we still got plenty of laps to go. We haven't even hit 10 laps in yet. And I believe that was netcode. I want to say that was netcode there. Can't really tell from the angle I had it at. And Donnie came down a little bit. Still netcode involved on that. Donnie got tangled up there. Luckily saved, but Nick and Jacob not so lucky. Both get turned. So that's going to bring out our 3rd or 4th caution already here tonight. Metcalf, Tyler, Kenneth, your top 3 right now. Kenneth on the move through the whole race. Tate falling back, James as well. Like I said, you don't want to push a lot because if you push early, you are going to be pretty burnt up towards the end of the race. And you want to try to save at least a lot of tires.
Green flag, green
But
flag.
green flag back out. Stephen Metcalf has the lead still. Tyler right back to the top side of the racetrack. Here comes Kenneth right there now. Kenneth in the mix. Tyler's going to go right back towards the middle of the racetrack. Metcalf staying glued to the bottom. Metcalf blinks a little bit. Side-by-side action now for P1. Metcalf loses P1 down the backstretch. Give P1 to Tyler. Kenneth Loga's right there. Passes Metcalf for P2, P3 now. Metcalf drops back. Here comes Tate now. You got to think maybe Metcalf is falling back to lose, not save some tire. You never know. Like I said, track state's pretty tacky, so easy to burn some tires here tonight. Right now, Kenneth Logue looking for the lead in the 1 and 2. Not going to get down the back stretch this time by. Tyler still holding him off. Kenneth trying everything in a 13K to get that $60 here tonight. Chris Thibodeau and Jonathan battling in the back as well for 14th, 13th right now. Keep our eyes on P1 and 2 as they're starting to separate just a little bit. Metcalf and David going at it for P3. David on the top, Metcalf down low, side by side. Give David P3. Isaiah in the mix as well. Isaiah's right there. Greg Parmley in the battling position with James Daw for 8th. Greg Parmley looking for 8th now. Looking for a slider. Not going to get it. Stay to the bottom. James Daw on top. Still side by side. Greg's going to take it down in the 1 and 2 side by side action. James looking for P8 now. Another slider possibly coming from James. Almost contact with the other driver of Tate's. Side by side. Give Greg Parmley still P8. James Daw not pushing it as much. Like I said, that's what you want to not want to do. Nicholas, he's coming from the back to the front. He's in the top 5 right now, looking to pass Metcalf for P4. Side by side entering 1 and 2. Nicholas looking for a slider here. Not going to get it side by side. Nicholas, Metcalf still at it. Coming toward the line. Give it to Metcalf. Here comes Isaiah as well in the 70. Isaiah in the 70 on the top. Following Metcalf there. A little bit crossed up sideways a little bit. Metcalf a little bit tight on the top. Nicholas right beside him. Side by side still going on. Nicholas slips up. Getting the slick just a little bit. Gets a little bit tight. Isaiah takes around Nicholas now. Isaiah looking around to get around Metcalf, but here comes Nicholas with a great move. Charging move down the backstretch. Nicholas looking for more. He's not going to get around Steven yet, but he's going to get around Isaiah. As I say that, Metcalf falls back deeply now. He's going to lose 2 more spots to Nicholas and Isaiah. Isaiah and Nicholas pushing the cars to the limit right now. You're only 20 laps in the books right now. Isaiah and Nicholas going at it for P4 now. Nicholas trying to get around Isaiah, and Isaiah trying to close down in on Tyler, as not too sure what happened, but Kenneth Logue up front leading this field. David running down your leader right now as well. Right here, battle for P4. Nicholas staying towards the middle. Isaiah on top. Tyler Oder looking for P2. And Kenneth, your leader in the wall, broke. He's going to be broken on the top. Let's see what happened with Kenneth. Kenneth Logue blinking in and out. Not too sure what's going on with that. Coming out of turn number 4, a little bit too much maybe. Yeah, it just blinks right in the wall. So maybe he got too tight, turned right in the wall, and luckily David and Tyler see it happen. They both cut down just in time to avoid the wreck, and that's going to bring out our caution here tonight again. So Kenneth, hard charger, definitely go through the field. Now he's going to go to the tail end of the field and push even harder, possibly use a lot more tire wear than he probably wants to right now. believe that's actually going to put David up front. Tyler second, Isaiah third, Nicholas fourth, Jonathan in that fifth position as we're coming to 1 to green, I believe. Nope, 2 to green. Make sure you guys don't go anywhere at the end of the night. We'll definitely interview your top 3 here tonight, so make sure you guys are still here tonight to listen to your interviews. David, Tyler, 1 and 2 right now. Tyler had the lead early, gave it up to Kenneth. Kenneth gets in a wall. David's in the lead. So a lot of lead changes happening so far in tonight's A main. Big group right there, not lined up, so I'm not too sure what's going on with that as we're 1 to go. But David looking for the green flag coming into turn number 4 this time by, and we are racing once again here at Eldora.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag out. Tyler jumps right to the top of the racetrack. David feels the pressure. David looked to get a win here tonight, so he will love that. Get a victory here for Apex Racing League. Tyler still sitting right behind him, closing in just a little bit. Isaiah as well in the 70. He's closing in on Tyler, running the very top of the racetrack. More people in the wall, it sounds like. Brandon in the top 10 right now. He's 3 wide with Jackson. Jackson not in the top 10, and caution is out. And not too sure who is going to be on. Maybe Chris Edwards. We'll find out. Oh, actually, Tony involved on that one. Let's check it out here. Jacob right there in the 8 machine. Maybe some contact there causing him to go in the wall. Caught the fence there a little bit. Luckily getting away with a little bit of light damage, not too much, so at least he can go into the pits and get a quick repair. Right now, Chris Edwards going around for his fast repair. Or not fast repair, sorry. I'm already losing it. Tired already. His wave around. So, same thing for Andy. So both drivers going around. David right now up front through the field, looking pretty good as we get ready to go 1 to green. Double stack them once again. Remember, a halfway point there would be an automatic caution. Even though we had like probably 4 or 5 cautions already here tonight. So pray to God we keep this going green for a while. Like, let this go by pretty quick.
Green, green, green.
The green flag right back out. It off to a great start. Tyler sitting P2. David blinking a little bit. Isaiah looking for P2 now. Nicholas on top. He's going to stick it to the top side by side with Isaiah. Isaiah down low side by side in P3. Give Nicholas P3 right now. Tyler's holding off P2. Nicholas right behind him. Isaiah falls back just a little bit. Greg Parmley up to the top 5. Tyler getting a little bit closer to your leader, David, but David's still pulling away down the backstretch a little bit. Nicholas as well, falling back to your second place runner right now, as Isaiah is falling back a little bit as well. But here comes Greg Parmley. Greg Parmley in 04. He's looking to get around Isaiah in the 70 if he stays pretty clean so far. A lot of fast drivers towards the back end of the field. Chris Thibodeau, Jackson Johnstone, Kenneth, Brandon, they're all towards the back middle of the field, so you gotta think maybe just saving just the right amount of tire could help you towards the late run here tonight. 69 laps to go. Not too sure what's going on with David. He's blinking in and out pretty bad right now. He's still up front. Tyler still sitting P3. Nicholas right there. Isaiah feels the pressure coming from Greg Parmley. Parmley looking for P4. Donathan looking closer to Greg Parmley now. Metcalf still all the way back there. Everyone seems to be pretty spread out. Maybe we'll get into some lap traffic as your top three are getting a little bit closer now. Tyler feels the pressure from Nicholas a little bit more. 66 laps to go. Nicholas right there running towards the middle, laying down from the top. He's going to slide up. Nicholas loses the ground. Tyler right there, staying where the cushion's at. Looking pretty good. Like I said, a lot of people. Donnie and Chris Thibodeau all the way back in the 19th and 18th. So Chris Thibodeau, I picked him as a favorite, and he is not getting it done so far. Like you say, might be saving, but you got to think laps are going by quicker now as we got 63 laps to go. You got to start pushing that machine just a little bit harder. Maybe some damage to the nose might not be helping, but I will start pushing just a little bit to gain a couple more spots there, just in case you get more cautions. But right now, David's still up front. Tyler still feels the pressure from Nicholas. Nicholas right there. Isaiah feels the pressure from Greg Parmley. They're side by side in the 1 and 2, entering the backstretch. Parmley slips up just a little bit. Isaiah gets Scorpius right there as well. Same thing, hits the wall, contact. Isaiah comes down, blocks the lane from Greg. Greg right there though, he's going to stay with him. Staying with the momentum. Isaiah to the top of the racetrack again. Here comes Greg. Right beside him in the 3 and 4, side by side. 60 laps already for tonight's A-Main. Isaiah and Greg Parmley going at it. Here comes Jonathan. Jonathan in the 77 machine. He's looking to peek into the inside of Greg now. Is he going to hold it in the 3 and 4? No, give it Parmley right now. P5 right now still. Isaiah running the top, saw the spoiler come off and come right back on, so you gotta think, you gotta be careful if you're gonna run the top like this. Right now, everyone on the same lap, lap 43. A lot of drivers spread out big time. David catching up into some lap traffic. He's looking to lap Chris and Donnie as their favorites. They're 3 wide in front of them. Here comes Tyler now on the top of the racetrack. Tyler looking to get around. David down low, gets around 2 lap cars, possibly 3 lap cars. Donnie and Chris, your first lap cars to go around. Tyler trying everything to get around Chris Thibodeau. Chris Thibodeau not making it easy for him right now. Isaiah still right there, getting around another 49 machine. Nicholas all over the back end of Tyler. Tyler trying to hold him. Or, sorry. Yeah, Tyler trying to hold off Nicholas as we're 44 laps to go. 54, sorry, laps to go. Tyler slips up just the racetrack. Nicholas right there. He's going to take a nice momentum run down the backstretch into 3 and 4. Tyler still can't get around your lap cars as David is putting more lap cars in front of him down, putting a big gap right behind him. Tyler over to the inside of Donnie. He's going to put Donnie down and put Donnie right behind him. Donnie into the wall a little bit. Chris Thibodeau right there as well. 52 laps to go. First caution or manual caution is going to be coming out here within their 2 laps. So maybe a change of Chris if he goes in and gets a fast repair and get a wave around. So we'll see what he does. 1 lap to go before we take our manual caution. David up front into 3 and 4, and manual caution should be coming out this time by
Yellow,
and yellow is out. There you go. Manual caution is out on lap number 50 for your halfway point. So David up front, Tyler second, Nicholas third, Greg Parmalee in that fourth position now. Isaiah falls back to 6. So not too sure what's going on with that. So we'll keep our eyes on this, see if people get wave arounds. Do apologize for all the stuff happening. So as of right now, no one is giving a wave around. So right now, 5 people waved under a lap down right now. Jeff, Randy, Chris Thibodeau, Donnie, and Tony. But right now, Randy gets his lap back. Donnie gets his lap back. Does Chris Thibodeau gets his lap back? He's in the pits getting a fast repair. He's still a lap down. Chris Thibodeau comes right back onto the track. Thibodeau right now a lap down, comes out with a fresh car.
Hang on, we're not going green.
We're not going to go green yet as everyone's still trying to get lined up. For some reason, it's showing David a lap down. He's on lap 51, but we all know he's on lap 52, so maybe him blinking in and out not helping with the cause as he's on lap 52 now. So there we go. Now it's easier now for us. So everything's even as we get ready to go back to green flag action here tonight. He's still blinking in and out like crazy. Chris Thibodeau a wave round, so now he's back on lead lap 52. Everyone's back on lead lap. Still got our 22 car field here tonight. But David looking at 3 and 4, getting ready to go back to green flag action here tonight at Eldora. We are racing once again.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag out to start out your second half of the A main. Stack up the field. Tyler looking for the lead in the 3 and 4. Slider on David, looking for it, not gonna get it. David in the wall. You're gonna be watching a lot of people push through this field now, mostly from the back end of the field. Here comes Isaiah for second. Isaiah out of nowhere in the 70. He's looking for P2. Isaiah on the top. He's gonna try to cut down. Nope, changes his mind. Nicholas right there, still side by side for P2. David up front, Isaiah on the top. Tyler looking to get to the top, not going to get it. Give it to Isaiah down the back. Tyler in the 3 and 4, doing a slider line, burning more tire though. You got to think maybe some tires have gone a little bit more for some of these drivers that have pushed, but Isaiah is still one of the cars pushing very hard as we still got about 46 laps to go. Nicholas gets around Tyler for P3. Tyler staying glued to the bottom, trying everything still to try to maintain a good position. Donathan gets around him on the top side. Like I said, it's to the top right now. Greg Parmalee looking around Tyler now as well. Greg takes it around the outside in the 04. He's going to get around the top now on the 37 of Tyler. Chris Thibodeau from dead last and a lap down up to 17th now.
Like I said, the only driver who was not pushing as he wanted to take the field, he is starting to move up through the field. Chris Thibodeau in the 44, trying to get around Randy Post here in the 54. James Daw as well, he's looking to get around Jacob. James Daw looking to try to get a top 10 here, possibly more as we come to 41 laps to go. 42, sorry. Leader must be up there far, far ahead right now. Right now, David has a good lead, almost a 1.5 seconds, as I say that, 1.5 now on second place. So right now, David definitely moving. They're 3-4 wide. Tyler falls back deeply. Tyler from second all the way to 12th right now. Jackson battling with Kenneth Logue right now as well. Chris Thibodeau up to 16th. He sees the mess in front of him. He prays to God nothing's going to happen. Chris Thibodeau. James Daw looking for a slider on the 71. He's not going to get it. Slips up just a little bit. Kenneth checked up. James Daw sitting P11 looking for P10. Jackson in the middle now. Jackson's going to lose a position. He falls back to 14th. Chris Thibodeau right behind the mess as well, rolling the top. Jackson gets right back to the top side. Chris Thibodeau right there, checks up just a little bit, contact with the wall. Good battle for this field of cars right now. Metcalf up to the top 5 once again in the 707. He's rolling through the field as well. And Greg Parmley sideways, Jacob up into the wall, big wreck. Your big one here tonight at the Big E, and Chris Thibodeau somehow managed to get away from the big one. What a mess that was, holy moly. Let's take a look here. Wreck here. We all saw it happen. The 33 of Tate looked like possibly gotten it back of Greg here. Got a run as probably not expected on the top. Yep, just kind of got a run. Hit the back end of Greg into the slick sideways. Jacob caught right up in the Tate. And that's going to, holy crap, that's going to bring out your whole field of cars. Chris Thibodeau. Chris actually went to the very bottom. Everyone else nowhere to go. There's still chaos throughout the field. So Chris Thibodeau very lucky to get away from that one, I tell you that. And that's going to help him out big time here tonight as well, as he was trying to get around that mess as people are fighting to get through the pits. So, if I am correct, Chris Thibodeau was sitting 16th at the time. Now he's up to 7th. Sorry, 6th. 7th or 6th place right now. So the guy to watch out is Thibodeau as he's rolling through the field.
Hang on, we're not going green.
We're not going to go green yet. We still got to get everyone lined up. I'm waiting for my overlay to kick in. David, it's not helping when David comes in and out on the racetrack because it's him blinking is causing the overlay to freak out. But right now, David's still up front with 37 laps. They come into 36 laps to go when we go green. So James Daw, Chris Thibodeau, Stephen Metcalf, your 3 drivers who actually fell deeply in the field to save some tire, and that's definitely paying their way right now. So definitely keep your eyes on Chris Thibodeau, Stephen Metcalf, and James Daw as they're sitting right now. But here we go, guys, back under green. David looking into 3 and 4. We are racing once again here tonight at Eldora.
Green.
David with a great start. Isaiah jumps right to the top. Nicholas right there. Metcalf down low. Looking down low. He's got to take P3 away from Nicholas. Nicholas contact with Donovan. Here comes James Daw in the mix. David in the wall. Isaiah right there. Chris Thibodeau trying to take his time still. You got to think you want to be a little bit of aggressive to try to get around these guys. But James Daw holding him up a little bit. James Daw gets a little bit sideways. He's going to lose some ground now. Metcalf still trying to get around for P3, P2 now on Isaiah. He's going to stick it side by side. Here comes Nicholas now back to the top side. The 77 of Donathan right there. I heard somebody into
Yellow
the
flag out.
wall, and I believe Chris, yes, Chris Edwards, another incident with the wall, so he is currently possibly done if my thing will stop. So we'll keep our eye on here, the 87 machine. I'm not too sure who the 87 is. Andy, 3 wide with Tyler. Here comes Jackson, Brandon right there. 3 wide, Andy's right there. He's staying towards the middle, still 3 wide. 4 wide. Forced up a little bit. Chris Edwards right there. Kind of got screwed Andy in the wall, and Chris has sent it sideways. He could have saved it possibly, but right in the wall. Greg Parmley in the 54. Sadly, hate to see another big wreck here for these guys. Definitely needs to be cleaned up a little bit, you know. 100 laps is a very long time. You got to be patient, mostly with your tires here tonight. But David still up front. Chris Thibodeau still sitting in that 7th position. He wants to try to get around everybody, but here we go. Back to get underway for green, and we are racing once again.
Green, green, green.
Green flag waving for David. Metcalf with the great start. He's going to take it to the inside right away. 3 wide for the lead. Metcalf to the lead. He's down low, hugging a wall. David on the top, into the wall. Isaiah right there. Chris Thibodeau right beside Nicholas. Thibodeau up to 6th. Big wreck going on behind him. More. Everyone stays at Kenneth Logg sideways. Kind of saves it and
Yellow,
gets
yellow, yellow.
caught up with Tate. And that's going to bring out another yellow. So Chris Thibodeau up to P4 after that. So we'll keep our eyes on this one. This chaos throughout the field. And yeah, just got tagged there by Nick. So, another big wreck already. We're only 30 laps to go. Everyone's being aggressive on these starts, trying to get up there, pull away. You can't really do that still. You got to think, you still got so much tire left that you can't really start pushing with 30 laps. Mostly with this type of track as it is right now. But David still first, Stephen Metcalf second, James Daw third, and Chris Thibodeau in the 44 sitting 4th right now. So definitely keep your eyes on those 3 drivers, like I said, from that one caution after that 50 laps, those 3 drivers to keep an eye on. And it looks like it's actually putting Chris Thibodeau. Oh no! No! My bad, guys. I accidentally hit the wrong button. I don't know why it did that. Please be patient with me. I hate myself. Oh. You gotta love it how my overlay decides to just... My iRacing decides to just shut off when it's about to get real. So currently trying to load back in. Be patient with me. I might have to restart my overlay as well, guys. So be very, very patient. We're coming back into the lobby right now. So we're still under caution, which is a good sign. Everyone's wrap has to reload back in for me. Green flag waving. Everyone checked.
That's my bad.
Everyone's checked up. And another caution again.
Yellow flag is
Possibly,
out.
yeah. Another caution underway once again. So please be very patient as I try to get the overlay working once again for you guys. So currently, not too sure if we're on lap 70. So not too sure if we actually got a lap in, but I believe Chris Thibodeau is in that 5th position now, so that's a good sign. 70 out of 100 laps in tonight. And my overlay disappeared on me again. What is going on tonight? So David's still up front, Metcalf 2nd, James Duh 3rd, Isaiah 4th, and Chris Thibodeau in that 5th position right now, guys. So still looking pretty good towards the front. Alright, we're back underway. We got our overlay back on. That's good. Back to green flag racing once again. David still up front. James Daw had to check up a little bit. Chris Thibodeau on the move. He's on the top right behind Isaiah. He's looking to get around James Daw. A little bit checked up. Chris Thibodeau on the top. He's got a run on the outside. He's going to force it 3 wide. Give P3 to Chris Thibodeau. Thibodeau picks T3 at the line. He's on the very top of the racetrack. Thibodeau running the top right now in the 44 from the tail end of the field. Metcalf looking for the lead as well. 28 laps to go. Chris Thibodeau in the top 3 right now. Your leaders are side by side battling. Thibodeau right there looking pretty good, and yellow is out again, and I believe it is going to be on the 48 of Nicholas. Nicholas hard into the wall. Oof. Contact with Brandon coming down. Actually, he kind of came down the track and just kind of got finished off there. Jackson, nowhere to go again. Your points leader, nowhere to go for Jackson, and Nicholas goes for a massive ride down the backstretch. So glad to see him still rolling on the field, though. He's going to go in and get a fast repair. The only thing I could probably say, I'm not trying to, you know, run a league here. The fast repair limits, they need to have a limit. We had so many cautions. There should have been so many cars, you know, not going in for so many fast repairs. I say put a limit on to make it a little bit more fair and racing, people who actually want to watch and race. But it is helping a lot of people, but it's a little bit of annoying. But right now, Metcalf has the lead. He was battling pretty hard with David, Chris Thibodeau in that 3rd position, and James Daw 4th. Chris Thibodeau, definitely a guy to keep your eyes on. He is rolling through the field. He might try to get a good jump here as maybe David sleeps on the start here. But David led most of the laps here already tonight. Green flag about to get underway. 27 laps to go. Won't go green. Chris Thibodeau in the 44 over the back end of Metcalf, and we are racing here again here at Eldora.
Green's out. Green
Great
flag, green
start
flag.
for David. David's going to stick it to the top of the racetrack. Chris Thibodeau, he's going to go straight to the top. James Daw gets a run on outside of him. Here comes Isaiah. Here comes the 71 of Jason. Oh, the 71 of Jason's going to take it to the inside. James holding him off a little bit. James falls, takes back P3. Jason takes P4 away from Chris. Chris Thibodeau falls back to P5. Now he's working around to get around James Dawes, side by side with Jason. Jason right there, 3 wide for
Yellow flag is out.
P4. And caution is out again for your race here tonight. And Tony in the pits. In the 49 machine. Let's see what happened with Tony here. This contact with the ball ended up breaking his front end. Spinning. Luckily, no one touched him. tried to pull in to save us a caution, but you know, it's a little bit too late there with that caution. So, but right now, Chris Thibodeau not so good. He's on the 5th position, actually. Yeah, he's gonna be sitting 5th. He wants to try to get to the outside as fast as possible because that's where he is comfortable at. But he also needs to try to get around these guys in front of him. If he can get around these guys and get to the top, he will win this race here tonight. Donnie Thibodeau also moving through the field. He's currently up to 12th position. He started, I believe, 6th here tonight, so back up there a little bit. About to get ready to go green once again. David has control now. David, Metcalf, James, Jason, Chris Thibodeau, Isaiah, your top 6 right now, all running pretty close. And pace truck pulls in. David takes this green flag racing once again.
Green flag.
David, green flag, Metcalf to the top of the racetrack. Here comes Chris Thibodeau. Thibodeau right back to the top a little bit. Nope, he's going to stay towards the middle. Now he's going to float up to the top. Isaiah sees him. Metcalf on the very top. Maybe some spoiler damage. He's going to take a look for the lead down the front stretch. Side by side, 3 wide for the lead. James Daw right there in the mix. He's going to come across Mayfield.
Yellow
Metcalf.
flag
And yellow is out. And Nicholas sideways again here in turns 3 and 1 and 2. So another caution. Only 2 laps in that time. So he got upside down once again. Take a look here. Nicholas 3-4 wide with Greg Parmalee right there with Donnie. Comes up onto the nose, I believe, of Parmalee a little bit. Still floating up. Contact with Donnie. The contact there just kind of sent him up. Donnie really nowhere to go. And Nicholas just upside down once again into 3 and 4. So hopefully we can get some green flag action here. But Chris Thibodeau is still going to be starting 5th. He's getting screwed over right now, all I can say, with these cautions. So hopefully cautions will, you know, stop here for the last 23 laps and let Chris Thibodeau finally get his momentum and let these guys go at it for P1. Coming 23 laps to go. White flag waving. Coming to green out of 3 and 4 this time by. David has control of this field once again. Kenneth Logue also back up there. He's looking to get up there. David picks up the pace. James Daw right there. Chris Thibodeau trying to follow the pace. We are back underway. Green flag racing. David takes us right back underway. Metcalf right back underneath. James Daw right there. Contact. That's going to let Chris Thibodeau to the top of the racetrack. Battle for P3 now. Side by side. 3 wide for P3. Metcalf right there. James Daw. He's going to slip up a little bit. Give P3 to Chris Thibodeau right now. Thibodeau finally gets his way back up to the front. Jason right there in front of him. Now he's going to set his eyes. David still holding off P1. Chris Thibodeau in the 44 is pretty much the fastest car on the racetrack right now. Rolling through this field. A 15.606 was this last time. 16.5 was actually his last time. And another yellow is out again. And on Tony once again here tonight. More cars involved. Another big one. I think Tony just spun on himself right there. Yes, as we can tell right here. Isaiah, Jacob, Kenneth, and Jacob all involved. So let's take a look here. Metcalf kind of just slipped up. Maybe Isaiah came down just a little bit. Nowhere to go for Kenneth, and Jacob, same thing. Nowhere to go. More contact. Luckily, Jackson walked away with that one. Maybe some right fender damage to the car, but luckily just walking away with a little bit of damage. So a lot of cautions, definitely not helping out. It's like pretty much almost every 2 laps, I think Isaiah wanted to go for a fast repair there, so not too sure what was going on there. But let's talk about Chris Thibodeau, guys. Chris Thibodeau, he fell back all the way to 22nd and now up to 3rd after that 50-lap regroup. So he's still got about 20 laps to go. Jason as well moving through the field. David holding him off strong. Just keep your eyes on the 44 machine of Chris Thibodeau. Thibodeau is rolling on the field. He is putting up faster lap times than anyone right now on the field. So, all eyes set on the 44, Chris Thibodeau. Jason, David, your front row right in front of him. James Dillon outside him. Tate still sitting in 5th, and Brandon in that 6th position now as we get ready to go back to green flag action here tonight at Eldora.
Green's out. Green flag. Green flag.
Green flag out. David off to a great start. Thibodeau right there. Side by side comes up, floats. He's not going to take it. He's still P2, P3. Contact. He's going to float back onto the top. Thibodeau goes right back to the top, right in front of James Daw. Daw had to check up. Tate right there with him. Thibodeau finally gets his momentum. Jason takes the lead. Thibodeau right there looking for P2. They're going at it now side by side. David looking for another slider here in 3 and 4. Jason on top. Thibodeau on the top as well, right behind Jason. Thibodeau takes P2 right at the line now. Jason looking for more. Thibodeau, like I said, the guy to keep your eyes on. He's in 2nd. He is rolling on this field, ladies and gentlemen. Thibodeau rolling set his eyes on the leader of Jason. Jason up front looking pretty good. Here comes Brandon. Brandon as well, almost in the top 3. James Doss sitting right behind Chris Thibodeau now. He's going to follow his position. David falls back to P4. Thibodeau's finally losing a little bit of ground on your leader, but you got to think it's very tight on the top, so you got to be patient, not lose a lot of speed and ground on the guy, because James Daw all over the back end of Chris Thibodeau. Thibodeau jumping the cushion a little bit in 3 and 4. He might get a better run in 3 and 4. 1 and 2 loses it just a little bit as Jason gets in the wall. Contact. Your top 3 all right there. Here comes Brandon as well. 4-car battle for the lead. They're all on top. James Dahl looking to the inside of Chris Thibodeau. Contact. And yellow is out. Yellow, yellow, yellow. And right now, and not too sure what's going on with that. Jeff Martin contact. All right, down. It started in turn 2, and he worked his way into turns 1 and 2 with a broken front right. So right there, sideways. Donnie caught him a little bit, and he just turned into the wall by himself. Donnie involved in a wreck as well. Donnie, I believe, just pulled in. He's going to try to drive it off. Yeah, he's just broken. So Jeff Martin brings out the caution. More cars involved as well. So not a very good look right now. But man, Chris Thibodeau. Oh man, oh man. This is very interesting, guys. I believe we are coming back to green. Jason with the start. Green flag racing. Once again, Chris Thibodeau. He's going to the top. Jason cuts him off. He's right there side by side. Thibodeau looking for the lead. 3, 4 wide for the lead. Thibodeau looking for a slider in 3 and 4. Slider into 3 and 4. Give Chris Thibodeau the lead. 13 laps to go. 3 wide for P2. Jackson Johnstone up there as well. Brandon in the... And James Dawes spun by Metcalf. And another wreck again. So Metcalf contact with James. James had nowhere to go. This kind of got forced down the track by Jason there, and Metcalf nowhere to go and just kind of go up the track. James sadly involved in that one. And it's just too much. Too much right now on these drivers. Everyone's going in for a fast pair. I believe some of these drivers just need to just kind of pull off and call it a night, to be honest. You know, there's many cautions, and we just got to get this thing rolling, you know? But right now, Chris Thibodeau sitting in P1, Jason second, Brandon third, Jackson in fourth right now. So Chris Thibodeau will have control of this field with coming to 12 laps to go this time by. Believe they might extend it. Let's see, Brandon right now being a little bit of aggressive right behind him in the 24. He's trying to push that car to the limit right now, and he's definitely is. Same thing for Jackson. Jackson, surprise, worked himself up to the top 5, so we'll see if these two drivers can also keep their momentum up. But Chris Thibodeau, man, the man on a mission here tonight, getting it done so far. We're going to send him back double up. Chris Thibodeau, Jason, Brandon, Jackson, your top 4 now. This will be a huge win for Chris Thibodeau if he gets it here tonight. He's going to maintain a good pace. Jason right there, right beside him. Entering turns 3 and 4 this time by, looking for the green flag coming out of turn number 4. We are racing back again for 12 laps.
Green flag.
Green flag waving. Chris Thibodeau takes this right back to the top of the racetrack. Still 3 wide for P2. Brandon takes it away. Jason falls back to P5. Jackson in the 3rd position. David as well working his way through the field, running the bottom. Chris Thibodeau feels the pressure from Brandon. Brandon right there over the back end of Chris Thibodeau now. Thibodeau rolling the bottom. Brandon's looking into 1 and 2. Slider possibly into 3 and 4. Chris sees it. Going to cut underneath of him side by side out of turn number 4. Thibodeau loses it just a little bit out of his nose. Slider in 1 and 2. Gets him clean. Brandon right back underneath of him side by side.
Yellow.
And yellow out once again for your A main as we're just 10 laps to go. I don't even know if I even want to try to go back and try to find who was the cause of that. Like I said, it's just to the point to where it's just getting a little bit of annoying with the cautions. I mean, they had so many cautions. We're under 10 laps to go, and the racing is so good right now. So let's see what really happened. Isaiah sent it sideways there. I'm not too sure. Not too sure what happened, so. Right now, I believe Brandon has the lead. We're going to be single file. Chris Thibodeau sitting 2nd. Does Chris Thibodeau have anything left in the tank to get around the 24? Brandon here as we're single file. Like I said, Brandon into 24 being a little bit of aggressive to try to get up through the field, and he definitely paid out and looking pretty good so far as he took the lead there with 10 laps to go. Brandon, Chris Thibodeau, Jackson Johnstone, your top 3. Tate right there in P4. David in 5th. Getting ready to flag action once again here tonight with 10 laps to go. Single file action. Brandon looking for the green out of turn number 4, and we are racing once again here tonight at Eldora.
Green's out. Green flag.
Brandon with a great start. Chris Thibodeau right behind him. He's going to check up a little bit, lose some ground. Brandon right now pulling away from Chris Thibodeau. Jackson looking for a slider here on Chris Thibodeau now. He's going to float up. Not clear, parking on the nose. Thibodeau was right there, though. Here comes Tate. Tate now on the 33. He's looking for a slider on Thibodeau. He's going to come up and put Chris Thibodeau in the wall. Thibodeau upset, and it's definitely going to break his front end. So Thibodeau, heartbreak for the 44. Broken front end from both drivers. I mean, Jackson parked it on the nose a little bit, and Tate just going to finish him off, putting him in a wall. So, not very satisfied racing going on towards the front. Definitely hard there for Chris Thibodeau. Maybe damage to the front end of his wheels. I'm not too sure. We'll keep eyes on here, though. Yep, he's going to pull it in. Nose damage, probably from front end damage. So now he's going to have to go, sadly, to the back of the field. So now you got a whole new top three. Brandon, Jackson, and I believe it's David. So Chris Thibodeau, not a happy guy right now, as he was up there. Now he is all the way towards the back of the field. Maybe he's coming. He's up in 6. Is he getting his spot back? I'm not too sure. I think he's getting his spot back. So Chris Thibodeau, luckily, getting his spot back. So he's going to be up to P3, though. That is a good sign. Good racing right here now. So Tate to the end. Chris Thibodeau gets his spot back. What? Wow. That's all I can say is wow. So here we go. Back to get underway once again for green flag. Chris Thibodeau has a fresh car. We are racing once again here tonight.
Green, green, green.
7 laps to go. Single file still. Brandon off to a great start. Jackson sitting P2. Into the wall. Chris Thibodeau is going to try to reel it in. Second place runner, Jackson. Brandon right now still up front leading the field. Chris Thibodeau feels the pressure coming from the other guys. Thibodeau in the 44 might be thinking now is this time to push it to the limit. The best thing you can do is push the pedal to the metal here tonight. Stick it to the top. Try everything to get around Jackson for more points and more positions. Maybe hope for Brandon to make a mistake on the top as well. But right now,
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Yellow flying out again. And I believe that is going to be on Tony again in the 49. Maybe not. Not too sure where the yellow came from. Maybe right here. Yeah, Randy Post got tagged there by Jeff Martin. So Martin got tagged. So it's just a big mess so far up front. But we're 5 laps to go. Top 3 still looking about the same. Brandon, Jackson, Chris. So gotta think, what are these two gonna do to try to get around Brandon? Brandon, like I said, single file restarts suck because pretty much all you have to do is pull away from second and third to win the race. But it's also very tough to hold off that position. But I believe we are 2 to go, coming to 1. We might be 1. Let's see. Pace truck lights, everything off. Believe they are. Yep, there's still 2 to go. 1 to go this time by. Brandon, Jackson, Chris Thibodeau, your top 3. Like I said, Thibodeau got a little bit of an incident there from Jackson. Jackson came up into Thibodeau's nose, then Tate finished him up in a wall, then gave Thibodeau back into that 3rd position, which I do believe they DQ'd Tate for that. So a good call from the admins there. But here we go, guys. 1 to go. Brandon still up front. Jackson 2nd. Chris Thibodeau 3rd. David 4th. Steven Metcalf in 5th. Green flag waving.
Green flag. Green
Brandon
flag.
off to a great start. Everyone's 3 wide already towards the back. Chris Thibodeau back to the top of the racetrack. He's going to set his eyes on Jackson now. Jackson right there. And another wreck.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
Another wreck. All I can say.
Take a look here on green flag action. Nick actually got loose there. Then Jason came up in the Metcalf. It's just not too sure what you want to call that. Just not really some good going on with these guys. Some of them are not really paying attention out there and just not racing well. Like I said, limit the fast repairs because everyone's just coming out and doing the same thing over and over and over. So, not saying it's a terrible league out here. It's pretty clean throughout the whole field. It's just some of the guys are kind of pushing it a little bit too hard towards the end here with 4 laps to go coming to 3. They just got to think about it. I got nothing bad to say about Apex. I love Apex. They brought me in. I've been streaming for them for a couple weeks now, and it's been nothing but good racing. Great car counts throughout every week. Tonight was 100 lappers. I knew it was going to be a big challenge, but I would say there needs to be some things added, definitely, to help out, to limit, the cautions and all that. So, but here we go, guys. Here we go. Back to green. Coming to 3 laps to go. Brandon, Jackson, Chris Thibodeau. We are racing once again out of turn number 4. Jackson with a better start on Brandon.
Green flag.
Jackson's going to send it down low, looking for a slider for the lead. Not going to get it. Chris Thibodeau still in P3. David right behind him, no. Jackson looking for another slider in the 3 and 4. Slider line involved. Brandon in the wall. Jackson's right there. 2 laps to go for Brandon. Brandon roll in the middle of the racetrack right now. White flag waving for Brandon, and caution not going to be thrown. Please no caution. White flag out. Jackson looking for the lead still, coming in at 1 and 2. Chris Thibodeau looking for P2 now. He's got to run on Jackson. Johnstone. Johnstone looking to the inside of Brandon. He's going to slip up. Chris Thibodeau to the top. Your top 3 look like this. Brandon finishing here. P1 here tonight. He won $60. Jackson second. Chris Thibodeau in 3rd position out of the 100 laps here tonight. What a long race. Definitely not what you wanted to see, though. But Brandon takes $60 here tonight at Eldora for the World 100. Jackson second, Chris Thibodeau 3rd, Metcalf 4th, and David in that 5th position. So we're going to be right back, ladies and gentlemen, to bring into your top 30 interviews. Our first guy to talk to will be Chris Thibodeau in the 44 machine. So give me a hot second, and we'll get that underway. Most people know I always go back about 10 laps, about 10, 11 laps. So yes, you're going to see him pace a lot, so be aware on that. But let's bring in Chris Thibodeau if he is ready real quick. Waiting on Chris to hop in the chat. So no Chris Thibodeau yet. Let's see if we can get him in real quick. So no Chris Thibodeau yet. Alright, so let's do this real quick. Let's bring in Jackson Johnstone in the 21 machine as he worked up to second.
Brandon and I had a great race for the...
Oh, Jackson, you got a copy?
Yeah, hi.
Hey, Jackson, take us back, man. You look pretty good. Couple incidents towards the back of the field, and definitely some hard racing. Take us back to how you got it done, how you got up to second here tonight during the 100 laps.
Well, I was saving tires. That's why I was towards the back. You probably figured that out though. Um, once I got up towards the front, the racing was really good with Chris and Brandon and Steven and David. Um, I couldn't get to go freaking green. I knew I was faster than Brandon, but I needed a few laps to set up my pass. And because of you saw me at the end. I almost got him at the end. I need one or two more laps, but I just couldn't get any green flag laps in. And um I just I don't know. It was fun. I told Brandon, I said, I don't know, I don't want the money. I just want to keep my points lead. That's what I just want to win the championship. I said I'm not going to wreck you for it. But and Brandon and I have raced in many leagues over God knows how long, and we always race each other clean. We've raced in FTR, we've raced in um multiple pro late model leagues. We might have raced in ODS. I don't know if you I can't remember. But yeah, it was a good race besides the cautions. I just don't understand. I mean, come on, people. I mean, what was I don't understand why people were race so dirty. I just
I
don't get it. There was no reason.
I can definitely understand. I was pretty much talking to my chat the entire time, and I mean everyone could agree. All the cautions were pretty much coming from almost all the same people. It's just the fast repairs kind of helping them
Will you do
out,
me a
coming right
favor?
back out. But yes. What's your favor?
Will you let the admins know who the problem people were? Because they were trying to figure that out in the chat. If you would do that, I'd really appreciate it. Because this has been a great league all season. This has
It
been probably
it
my favorite
really
league I've ever
has. It's
run.
the only thing that was killing everyone was just everyone going in, getting a fast repair, and coming right back out. That was the only thing that was hurting everyone.
Yeah, because then it lets the dirty guys just come right back out.
Oh
But
yeah.
no, I was don't I was catching. I mean, you saw it. I was ready to win this race, but it just kept coming out with cautions.
Oh yeah.
Um, but it was fun.
Oh yeah. 100%. I
I had
mean, you can't complain though. You still managed to come in second. Of course, like you say, you didn't want the money, but overall, you still come in second. You're still sitting P1 in points, so right now you're looking pretty good.
Let
Before
me
you.
say something. Um, before we're done here. I'm sorry, Tyler, I interrupted you. But Brandon and Chris and David, always great to race with. They're very clean racers. I respect them very much. I mean, Thibodeau. There's nobody on the sim that can run the bottom like him. He's just the best at it, and they're always clean racers. And I was talking to Thibodeau a few seconds ago, and he's like, I don't know who murdered him, but he's saying I got murdered, blah blah blah. Him and I were having a good clean race. I mean, we might have parked it on each other's noses, but we did it without wrecking each other, and that's the point. You can make passes, and make minimal contact, but you don't have to wreck people. And damn, I don't. Steven got top fourth. Um, that tells you how bad this field is. Uh, but did he ever say anything? I always give him shit in these interviews.
No,
But
he hasn't really said nothing bad about you until you started saying something. So,
no, I like Steven. He knows I'm just messing with him. But actually, there's nobody in here I dislike. And I wouldn't say it if I did though. But I thought it was fun. I just damn, I could have won this race. It just sucks. Oh
uh,
well, that
oh
was
yeah,
fun. Good
oh
fun
yeah,
today.
100%. You know what, Jackson? You still can't complain. Still first in points, come in second. So, congrats to you. Before you take off, anybody on the car you want to thank?
I'd like to thank my wife for letting me play my little game in the basement, and I would like to shout out GSRA. Uh, Fixed UMPs on Wednesday nights. We've had over 30 cars each race. We're at USA Speedway this week. It's broadcasted by the one and only Dirt Dog, of course. How can you miss it? But
Of course.
hopefully people can join us for GSRA tomorrow. And hopefully, I don't plan on talking to you in GSRA. I'm an admin. I'm not going to be as aggressive as I am in these leagues, but it's true. I will hopefully talk to you on Thursday.
Oh yeah.
And hopefully I can beat Riddle because last week I got fucked and he's only 4 points behind me now. So see what happens.
Well, you know what? Anything can happen. But you know what, Jackson? Congrats again on a P2 run here tonight, and we'll see you again tomorrow and Thursday.
Sounds good. I'll see you then.
All right, let's bring in our third place finisher, Chris Thibodeau, right now. Chris Thibodeau, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, I can tell you what, the chat was blowing up. The 44 on the move from dead last all the way up to the top 3, taking the lead with 15 laps to go. Then caution after caution after caution after caution. Take us back to what could have possibly done a little bit different to help you out here tonight.
Really nothing with all the cautions, but there was really nothing that I can do. You know, I had to run my race and push as hard as I could, easy on the tires, and then go whenever I felt comfortable, and that's just what happened, man. Cautions kind of hurt the guys that are a little faster. You know, it's not as easy to stay in front when it's a bunch of fast guys in front with you because we all knew better. You know, save your tire.
Oh, yeah, 1%. I kind of figured towards the first half of the race, when I saw you and Donnie going back, I'm like, okay, so they're kind of saving tires, playing it smart. Then when we got that caution at 50 and we restacked, I saw you go in. It looked like you had some damage. You went in, got your damage fixed, came back out, started dead last, and you worked your way up to the top 5. Was it because you saved as a little bit more tire than what you thought, or you think you could have saved a little bit more to possibly have a chance to still take the lead here against Brandon or Jackson?
I mean, that was my game plan throughout the whole when I started. You know, lap 50, I was gonna go pit even if I had damage or none. I was gonna pit anyway, just in case, and start from the back and push. I was rolling. I told myself lap 50 after the pit, I'm running like it's just a regular 50 lap race, and hope for the best. I don't think that I used up all my tire. I think I had it, but with the cautions and get taken out around the end and having to pit again, it just made me like it just threw my motion off.
Oh, yeah.
If I would have got out front and it would have been green for the rest of the race, I think I would have probably took it home. But hey, congrats to the winner.
Oh, yeah, 1%. You know what, Chris? I think you definitely deserve a hard charger medal here tonight because you were I want to say, probably one of the cars that deserved it. Mostly after what happened tonight. But you know what? Can't complain. P3, congrats to you. Before you take off, Chris, anybody on the car you want to thank?
I thank RCR. It's me and my pops' little race team, XL. We're gonna thank Fusion Speed Shop for the good sweet speed, and Apex for putting on a damn good race.
All right, well, thank you, Chris, and hopefully we'll see you again here pretty soon. I'm not too sure what your plan is running this week, but you know what? We'll probably see you again probably tomorrow or possibly Thursday.
Oh, you will.
All right, Chris, well, have a good night, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's bring in our winner, Brandon, real quick. Brandon, you got a copy?
Yeah, what's up, bro?
Hey, man, congrats to you on winning here tonight. Definitely a very, very long race. Cautions probably played your favor here tonight. Take us back to how you got it done to get $60 richer here tonight.
For sure. Yeah, like you said, it was a real long race. I actually looked before I got pulled in here. It was 20 cautions, so yeah,
Oof.
that was a long race for sure. But yeah, they played into my favor a lot, especially starting 16th and trying to just maintain some tire for the first 50 to 60 laps, honestly. So having the cautions come out every so laps, it helped a lot. Just picking off a few guys, getting a couple positions here and there, and just slowly working my way to the front of the field, actually. But it sucked a couple of times. I get some nose damage and have to go to the pits and get it fixed and stuff. But like I said, having the cautions and everything, it definitely played into my favor. Just being able to pick off a few cars here and there and just sneak my way up to the field.
Oh, yeah, 1%. Coming to the last, I believe, like 15 laps. Like I said, cautions kind of helped you out. You started up towards the front. Chris Thibodeau in the lead. Chris Thibodeau, oh my God. Thibodeau was in the lead, and you get a run.
Did you feel more comfortable on the top, or like how was the track state for you? Like how do you feel more on the top or the bottom or the middle here?
Yeah, dude, honestly, anywhere. I love cushion pushing. So honestly, I got a run on Chris the one time into 1 and 2, like you said, and I was behind him and followed him into the cushion, and he tagged the wall a little bit, and something happened in the race earlier, probably lap 40, 50. I'd gotten into the back of Jason and destroyed my damn front end. So that was the last thing I wanted to happen, especially it was like lap 92, 91 coming down to the end. So I definitely wanted to make a move on him and get in the lead as soon as possible for sure, just to try and dictate the rest of the race and run my own pace, honestly, and especially not run the risk of running into the back of somebody yawning in there too hard.
Oh yeah, 100%, man. I mean, it was just tough to call this race because, like I said, 100 laps, you gotta save tires. You're gonna have some people just cause wrecks almost every single time. Like I said, 20 cautions here tonight. That's a big oof right there. But I mean,
For sure.
To be honest, I'm just speechless, man. I mean, congrats to you on taking a win here tonight, man. It's definitely going to help you out in points. I'm not too sure where you're at in points, to be honest. Currently, you're sitting 16th, so it'll probably help you out a little bit more, possibly put you in the top 10. So hopefully tonight it'll put you in the top 10. But overall, Brandon, congrats to you winning here tonight and also winning the $60. Before we take off, anybody on the car you want to thank?
Yeah, first off, I got to give Kevin Rogers a shout out for the amazing rap. I always come up with these crazy ideas, and he always does a great job at throwing them on the cars and just doing a great job at pulling it right from my crazy mind and putting it on there. So I can't thank him enough. I got to thank John Smill and Nick Leetzman as well. Nick was in there. He had a rough race, but at 100 laps, you definitely have a lot of tire wear and everything, so you can't hold him to that. Shit happens. I got to thank Butterbean Tire Dope and Butterbean Racing, of course, and always keeping me on the podium, keeping me doped up. I can't thank myself enough for getting that together. Twisted Speed and High Voltage also. I joined a new team. I hopped off from CFM, so I can't thank those boys enough for letting me join their team and everything. And Jackson and Chris for the amazing race. That was a heater, especially even though I got up there last 15, 20 laps. It was still a great race. And I always have a great race with Jackson. That dude always runs me clean, so I can't thank him enough. And you of course, too, for the amazing broadcast, dude. I can't wait to get in bed and watch this shit tonight. I love it. I love watching it. I can't thank you boys enough.
Well, I'll tell you what, Brandon, thank you once again. And you know what? Congrats, and congrats on the $60, and hopefully that $60 can be worth something.
For sure, dude. Yeah, I'm going to get a pack of surf sides and probably hold the other 30. So for sure, bro. It'll go to a great cause.
All right, buddy. Well, congrats again to you, and we'll see you again whenever I see you.
Yeah, for sure, brother. I appreciate it. Probably later this week.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Well, like I said, congrats, Brandon. See you later.
I appreciate it, brother. Have a good night.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, that's going to wrap up tonight's racing deal. Congrats to your top three, Brandon Jackson and Chris Thibodeau. Like I said, Chris Thibodeau, yeah, kind of got screwed over a little bit. Most people, towards that, yeah, Tate kind of came up the track, forced him into the wall that ended up breaking his front end. Tate did receive, I believe, a DQ from that, but from a slow-mo, it doesn't look like too bad, but when you watch it in a fast replay, it's a little bit worse than how it was. But overall, guys, that's going to wrap up tonight's streaming 100 laps. It is officially done. 20 cautions. Chaos. But overall, guys, I hope everyone has a great night. Enjoy the rest of their week. I'll be live once again tomorrow for GSRA for the UMP Modifieds. Can't wait for that as they hit USA, and we'll be back again Thursday, maybe. Currently waiting on my pay from them as they head into week 6. So I'll see everyone tomorrow. Have a great night.
Sit down, you sit down, you sit down, you sit down, like the cool blue light, like the cool blue light, like the cool blue light, like the cool blue light.